Okay. Additional notes, because I did find that when I rendered with AntiAliasing 3.3, got into some problems. Let's see. So yeah, let's just render it. So this is actually rendering in 3K, so it's not that bad. But you'll see it has there's a glitch here, and that's a common problem with LightWave AntiAliasing. So you should be a bit wary of that. So if you push that up to 4 or higher, sometimes it will be removed. So this is okay. This is not that bad actually. But it can be even more difficult if you are rendering at HD, just regular HD. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you see that? It loses track. So this is just regular HD. But I kind of found a way to kind of make it work, or it's kind of like a hack that might work. There was a lot of maybe and might, but anyway. So here you can take a DPH with these settings. So I found that pushing this too high, or just a touch higher, made the edges not work very well, and also using these guys didn't work nicely. But I've barely looked into DPH, so, and I think that LightWave 2020 has its own edge node now, so should look into that. Should be the same. And by the way, I can't hook this one into the normal here. I'll have to hook it in here. I don't know why, but anyways. So what's cool about DPH, of course, is that it adds more small detail. So if we toggle between these guys, we have this cool look. But as you can see, if you look at this line right here, this line right here, and more other problematic areas, let's see, I think that's about it, maybe here as well. You can see it takes care of some of these challenges when it comes to AntiAliasing in LightWave. So it might be helpful doing that. So even here with AntiAliasing of 8, you still got some, fussy, funky lines right here, which is not really that welcome. Let's see. Let's go for 4K. See what happens if I set this to 5.5. And that's one of the things with at least LightWave 11. I think it also goes for 2020, is that the AntiAliasing algorithm is not fantastic. I don't think they rewrote it in like a gazillion years. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. AntiAliasing in LightWave has never been fantastic. So here it is 4K and at 5.5, and you can see we got these dots here. Not that cool. But again, something that kind of could fix that would be DPH. And the nice thing about DPH is that it doesn't add a whole lot of render time. So our last render time was 25 seconds, and we'll see that DPH is just going to add like 4 seconds or such, I guess. 25. Yeah, 3 seconds. So certainly might be worth it. There's something going on right here. I don't know what it is. I'll have a look at that. I think it has to do with either the smooth setting, or maybe there's multiple polygons in the same area, something like that. These beveled DPH beveled areas can be kind of harsh, so you should be a bit aware of that as well. They might flicker in animation. Yes, that's a job for neat video. But something to be aware of, at least when rendering HT. Another thing with HT is that if you look at this area, you can see that this is almost a straight line, and that's always a very tricky challenge, at least for LightWave. So rendering this in HD is not that fun. A good solution to this, or a workaround, or whatever you want to call it, is not using pure polygons, but a normal map instead, and texture that line using a normal map. Then a lot of that issue will be removed. Less apparent here. Goes without saying, perhaps. But the further down in resolution you go, the more that these kind of almost straight lines are going to be problematic. Let's Yeah, so that's 200. Let's double that and see if doubling the anti-aliasing will solve this. I think what you'll see is that it will not make a huge difference. Okay, well, I mean, there's some difference there, certainly, but it's somewhat limited. Anyway, something to be aware of. So you get this line here in one level, and this line here at another level. So it doesn't look fantastic, really. Okay, I think that's about it. Too long talk. One more thing, and that is of course, upping the anti-aliasing is going to increase render time. So that was 11 seconds, and now this is 7. So yeah, it's yeah, or rather 12 seconds. So it's almost twice the render time, you know. Things to keep in mind, at least in LightWave.